Welcome to Realm of Mist, a place where the world drifts between dream and reality. Here, forgotten castles rise above the clouds, hidden forests glow with ancient magic, and every destination carries a whisper from another realm. Before we begin this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and unlock the next chapter by turning on notifications. Now, step through the veil. The mist awaits.
There are places in this world that don't seem real. Places where the mountains breathe like ancient giants, where the fog moves like a living spirit, and where stone rises not as walls, but as a dream frozen in time. High above the Bavarian Alps, a silhouette emerges, a tower, a gate, a vision. This is Neuschwanstein Castle, a monument born not from power, but from longing, not from war, but from imagination. A castle built by a king who could not rule the world he lived in. So he built a world he could rule. Bavaria in the 1800s, Europe was changing. Empires were rising and collapsing. Industrialization was turning fields into factories. Monarchies were weakening. But deep in the south of Germany, Bavaria remained a kingdom of traditions, forests, folklore, and a young prince named Ludwig's childhood, raised in the isolated Neuschwanstein Castle, surrounded by murals of knights, dragons, and heroic epics, emotionally distant parents, a childhood filled with dreams but starved of affection. He grew up in a world painted with legends, but lived in a home empty of love. A prince turned king at 18. When his father, King Maximilian II, died suddenly, the crown was placed on a boy who had barely learned to be a man. A shy dreamer was now the king of Bavaria. But Ludwig never wanted to rule people. He wanted to rule beauty, art, and fantasy. Richard Wagner enters his life. Wagner's operas were lightning in Ludwig's imagination. Characters like Lohengrin, the Swan Knight, Parsifal, the Holy Grail hero, Tannhäuser, the cursed poet. These heroes became Ludwig's internal mythology. Wagner gave Ludwig something no one else did, a world where he belonged. Ludwig becomes Wagner's patron. He financed operas, theaters, and Wagner himself. German elites hated Wagner's influence, but Ludwig didn't care. For Ludwig, Wagner was not a composer. He was the architect of his soul. Wagner's aesthetic becomes Neuschwanstein's DNA. Every wall, sculpture, fresco, and turret would echo the world Wagner created. A world of gods, knights, and mysticism. Why build Neuschwanstein? While Bavaria sank into political and financial difficulties, Ludwig retreated deeper into fantasy. He once wrote, "The world has disappointed me, so I will build a world of my own." The architectural marvel Neuschwanstein was an impossible project. Built on a cliff, designed as a medieval fantasy, not a real fortress, filled with technology far ahead of its time, meant to be a private retreat, not a royal residence inside Neuschwanstein. Each room is a narrative. One hall of the singers, inspired by Wagner's operas, a royal theater for legends. 2. The throne room, Byzantine mosaics. No throne was ever installed, a symbol of Ludwig's broken rule. 3. The bedroom, Gothic masterpiece. 14 carpenters, 4 years of work. 4. The grotto, a man-made cave, lit like a scene from a mythic underworld. A castle built for one heart. No queen, no heirs, no gatherings, just Ludwig and his dreams. The Brothers Grimm and the German soul. Before Disney, before film, before modern fantasy, there were the Grimm brothers. Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm traveled through Germany collecting folk tales told around fires and whispered in forests. These were not children's stories. They were reflections of fear, love, hunger, death, magic, survival. Germany's collective subconscious. How Grimm influenced Ludwig grew up surrounded by these tales. Snow White, Hansel and Gretel, Rapunzel, Rumpelstiltskin, Sleeping Beauty. The themes were everywhere. Lonely towers, enchanted forests, cursed kings, impossible quests, dreamers trapped between worlds. Neuschwanstein equals Grimm architecture. You can see Grimm's fingerprints. Rapunzel Tower, style turret, dark forest moat reminiscent of Snow White, hilltop isolation of Sleeping Beauty's castle, wood-carved Gothic interiors that echo medieval folklore. Ludwig built the ultimate Grimm fairy tale, a home for the stories that raised him. Walt Disney's visit to Europe, 1950. Walt Disney traveled across Europe searching for inspiration. He visited Neuschwanstein, and when he saw it, he saw the shape of fantasy itself. Disney's Sleeping Beauty Castle, 1955. The resemblance is clear. Same steep towers, same sky-reaching turrets, same dramatic silhouette, same fairy tale composition, same color contrast between stone and roof. Disneyland, Disney World, every Disney castle. All trace their origin back to Neuschwanstein. It became the Disney logo, the intro to every Disney movie, the symbol of childhood dreams, the archetype of fantasy worldwide. What Ludwig created, Disney globalized. The dream of one lonely king shaped the imagination of the entire world. Isolation. Ludwig withdrew from political duties, rarely appeared in public, spent nights wandering through unfinished halls. For the world, he became the Mad King. For himself, he became the last dreamer. Accusations of madness. Doctors declared him insane without examination. He was removed from the throne, the mysterious death. One day later, Ludwig was found dead in shallow water, along with his psychiatrist. No witnesses, no explanations. The mist swallowed the truth. Tourism and modern culture. Neuschwanstein is now one of the most visited places on Earth. A global Instagram phenomenon, a pilgrimage site for artists and dreamers. The most famous castle in the world. Architecture. It shaped fantasy film design, game, world-building theme parks, book covers, digital art aesthetics. In the age of social media, Neuschwanstein remains the #1 fairy tale castle, the most Instagrammed castle, a top destination for wedding photography, a symbol of escapism in the digital age. Why it still matters? Because humans still crave beauty, mystery, magic, wonder stories, hope. Everything Ludwig tried to build, we still chase today. Ludwig died believing the world had rejected him, yet today, millions travel across oceans to walk through his dream. Neuschwanstein did not just inspire Disney, it inspired an entire culture of fantasy. The world told Ludwig he was mad, but history shows he was simply ahead of his time. And when the mist rises over the Bavarian cliffs and the castle appears like a vision, you understand. The dream never died. The dream became eternal. This is Neuschwanstein. This is the realm of mist.
Our path through the realm of mist fades here for now. But beyond this moment, new worlds still shimmer behind the fog, waiting for us to uncover their stories. If this journey inspired you, remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until the mist parts again, see you in the next realm.